It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in court. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
Say my first name and spell it.
First and last name and spell it. Because all this is going out live.
Live right now?
Just take your time.
Not my
Just take your time.
But you're just recording right now, right? So this isn't live right now, right?
Not live on TV.
No? I don't want to do any questions. Not right now. I just want to let everybody know about the flyer. Is that okay? My name is Brittany Bowens. And it's spelled Brittany. My last name is Bowens, Bowens. I'm Malia's mother. This is the flyers that we're passing out right now down here in City Hall in Sugar Land. If anybody wants to come out and join and support us, I would greatly appreciate that. I just want to find Malia. I just want to find Malia. And I love her so much. I love her so much. If there's anybody that can help me, please. Please. I just want to find my baby. I just want to find her. Help me find her, please. Help me find her. Anything helps. Share a post, share the flyer, anything. Anything helps and is greatly appreciated, and I mean that from my heart. I mean that with every bit of me. I'm good.
I know you don't want to talk about the investigation, but can you just tell us what Malia's like as your daughter?
Malia is a sweet girl. She loves to dance. She's always happy. She's very helpful. You know? She's full of life. She has a beautiful spirit. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this. I can't. I'm overwhelmed. I can't.
I don't know. I'm so overwhelmed also. I mean, I will tell you, she's a very brave little girl.
As you see, this baby mama Terrace couldn't cry for shit. She had to prep herself to try to get sad and hurt and bothered. And she trying to do a plea to find her daughter, which she already know is some bullshit in the game, and she know who's involved. And you saw that it wasn't no hurt. It was just fake cries and fake, wasn't even tears, just fake emotions. She didn't give a shit about that little girl, and I'm going to tell you why. The stepfather, the so-called stepfather, because they was actually engaged to get married, he was responsible for that little girl plus the other kids. I think it was 2 other kids. And this fucker claimed that He got beat up, carjacked, or whatever. They didn't harm the other two boys. I think it was two boys or the two kids. And they said that this little girl look good. Yeah, we got to take that. Now, remind you, the baby mama Terrace is out of town. I believe her father had passed away, so she left him there, left him in his care, and went out of town. Right? All of a sudden, the child come up missing. Now, the baby is so-called missing. He don't know what happened. He didn't do nothings. That's just like what these baby mama terrorists say. They don't do nothings. So, let me tell you what happened in 2018. Malia and the two brothers, so yeah, it was two other little boys. Malia and her two brothers were in DCFS custody for 6 months in 2018. They were removed from the home and placed with relatives. A judge ordered the kids to return to the home in February, but under monitored conditions. Now, Brittany Bowens has engaged in a history or pattern of child abuse and child neglect, court documents said. Now, the sad and unfortunate part, y'all, the biological father was charged with, his name is Craig Davis, looked like he was charged with child neglect. So that means, he's not doing what he's supposed to do as a father. Now, because of that, the baby had multiple brain surgeries, and also she had one in recent months. She had a CT and it was bleeding on the left side of the brain, which, they led to have multiple brain surgeries. And portions of her skull being removed. And she was supposed to wear a helmet on her, while her brain healed, but it wasn't on, of course. Also, another sad part is the baby mama terrorist knew what this man was doing. He's not a man, so-called man. She knew what he was doing. But what she do on that podium live, she made excuses. He ain't do nothing. I support him. She don't know shit. So when I post that on the Fuck Child Support page, a lot of people said, she's lying and everything, but you had a few of them that were saying, well, people grieve differently. Yeah, people do grieve differently, but that's bullshit over here. That's a bullshit. Now, as time went on, a week later, it all comes out that she knew a lot of things that was going on and what this stepdaddy was doing. I got a video clip where she's with Cornell X. For those who don't know what Cornell X is, he's from Houston, Texas. He's an advocate. He's with the Nation of Islam, or he was a former member of the Nation of Islam. He's been helping out the black community for many years. He's all about equal rights. He also worked for Fox News, where he commentate him and this other guy when it comes to different situations that goes on around the world. That's the man up top that you see on this screen over the two pieces of shit in this innocent little girl. Now, if you look, next to him, that's her with her head down. I'm going to show that clip where she's shaking her head and covering her face, and she ain't did nothing, an innocent victim. So she started to tell him what was going on. Now, I applaud him for for getting her to talk to him. I'm with that. But what I didn't like when it came from him was he making excuses for her, justifying this bullshit that I'm about to play of what she knew was been going on that she allowed. Check this out, y'all.
Family, there was a huge fight between her and him. And that fight was about she had caught him sending naked penis pictures to another man, and she confronted him about being gay. He was hurt, he was angry, he was upset that she had discovered these pictures of him sending penis shots to another man. And he kept trying to get her to call him back. He kept trying to get her to respond. And she would not respond. She told him that she was giving back his ring and that she was not going to marry him. And I believe that caused him to snap in anger against young Malia. Something else we want to share with you. The mother had had heated words with him in the past about him physically whooping and spanking young Malia. That the mother felt she was too small for him to use, or for him to spank her in the method in which he was spanking young Malia. This was a very small, fragile child, a very young baby, and she was a special needs child. And she confronted him about bruises on Malia. And she said, "I'm taking my baby to the hospital." He told her, "No, you're not. That I'm not going down for this." The mistake she made at that point was not going to the hospital immediately about the abuse.
When did that happen?
This was months ago. Also, there were times where he would say she was at daycare, but he would bring her back, not drop off at daycare, but bring the child back here to the home with him. There's reason to believe, based on what I know now, that there's issues of him possibly molesting young Malia, the stepdad, because he would sneak that child home and bring her back here and not tell the mother. She also confronted him about bathing Malia. He would bathe Malia, which was inappropriate. That's not his daughter. That's not his child. There was no need for him to be bathing her. There's a lot that the mother needs to share with law enforcement that she has not shared with law enforcement.
Why did she keep these facts a secret when it was so critical to the investigation?
The mother did not want to believe by any stretch of the imagination that this man was capable of what is obvious that is taking place here. This is a good woman. She has suffered a lot of abuse in her life. Let me be very crystal clear with you. This mother has suffered a lot of abuse in her life. But there are some key things that will help investigators in this case by mom coming forward and sharing with them the things that mom has shared with me. So let me go over some of it one more time. There is a video camera at the top of the stairwell that a neighbor owns. Police were able to recover the footage of that video. In that video, it shows the stepdad after mother had left the city. It shows the stepdad coming out or walking back into the apartment complex with a big bottle of Clorox that he had just bought. Then it shows him coming out with a bottle of Clorox, a big laundry bag, and a black garbage bag stuffed inside the laundry container that he was carrying out of the home. It was strange when he told the mother he was cleaning the house with Clorox, for there was no reason for him to be cleaning the house with Clorox. They already had a small thing of Clorox in the house, but he felt it was necessary to clean the house with Clorox. We know for a fact that police did take forensic evidence out of the apartment that indicates a crime took place inside that apartment.
Do you know the nature of that evidence?
I know that they tested for blood samples, human tissue samples. We also have a container inside the apartment that they left where they were testing for blood and doing all in the place. And it is true that they did find physical evidence.
Now, as y'all see, because of Cornell X, she told him more information and details about this no good ass stepdaddy. And as you also see, she didn't even tell the police this. So I am glad he was involved when it came to that. He had her to speak and talk more. Now, as you see, she was more concerned about this dude sending dick pictures to other men. She never came at him about the sexual and physical abuse. She never came at him about him beating that girl to the point where, the little girl to the point where she got to have multiple brain surgeries. She didn't act a fool. She didn't break up with him when he was doing none of them things. But when it came down him sending dick pictures to a man, now she acts a fool. She cuts off the wedding or the engagement. She been knowing this was going on since the beginning. And she condoned it. She let it happen. But now all of a sudden, when it comes to him cheating or sending pictures to another man, you dump him. Pure baby mama terrorist. Ain't no excuse for this. She's exposed. She's been exposed. Now my question is, why she's not locked up in jail? Oh, I'll tell y'all why. Well, that's what Corner X came in. It was on the news on TV. I didn't have a video clip on it. I didn't see it on Facebook. I tried to find it. But he tried to justify by saying she's a victim. And she knows she did wrong, but she was scared. Bullshit. And that's the problem with these Cape and Sim suckers. They sit back and pacify these baby mama terrorist whores. Now this little girl has been getting beaten, molested, and everything under the sun. The mother ain't have a problem with it. And what make it even worse, she tried to take up for this clown even when the investigation started. Now she realized that she fucked up, which she been fucked up, but she realized that she fucked up. She want to say what he been doing and what he did. But while you point the finger at him, them three fingers are coming out back at your dumb ass. With the thumb. And these baby mama terrorists will sit back and let the boyfriend be more involved than the actual father who want to be a father. He get to molest, rape, beat, anything he want to do because she loves him. But then tell the actual father, fuck you, you ain't shit, you a deadbeat, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Happens all the time. Now, what I will say is, when I post this clip up on the fuck child support and all over social media, men, women, everybody, black, white, blue, or green, said that she should be in jail. And they wonder why the fuck she's not locked up yet. And now it's at the point now, I got a video clip where the crowd is going at her because she is just as guilty as this low-lifted ass motherfucker. I'm going to say it again. She is just as guilty as this low-lifted ass motherfucker. Mr. Derion Vence. Now check this clip out. And you know what? I was so happy to see everybody not going along to get along. not make excuse for this baby mama terrorists, because many of these people, these betas, these caping sim suckers, these pacifiers, and these baby mama terrorist supporters normally make excuse for this. They'll say, well, she didn't know no better. She was a victim. She was scared. She feared for her life. Bullshit. Because if a man do it, ain't no excuse, ain't no reason, ain't no nothing, right? When these baby mama terrorists do it, is you got to understand her lifestyle, where she come from. She ain't know no better. Lack of a father, lack of a this, and lack of that. Ain't no excuses, pimp. Ain't no excuses. This baby mama terrorist deserve the same fate this dude get. Now, they ain't found the body yet, but they got physical evidence, like Cornell said. And hopefully after get all the information from this low-life baby mama terrorist, she had locked up for accessory. And trying to cover it up. Because at first she tried to say she didn't know nothing. So that's perjury. The sad part is, this goes on all the time. What we have to do, men especially, call these baby mama terrorists out. We need to call this shit out. We can't pat them on the back and say, oh, we need to understand that she was a victim too, and she was scared, feared for her life. If she was so scared and feared for her life, she wouldn't have came here about them dick pictures going to that man. She didn't care about shit else that happened except them dick pictures going to another man. Now, me being a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove that everybody else say, because I don't know no better, but I do got the common sense to know when this clown or when any other these baby mama terrorist clowns be faking, fake crime, and this happen all the time. What I don't understand is how these people who are entertainers, big wheels, big leaders, big politicians sees this, but they don't want to call nobody out on it. That's why I created the Fuck Child Support page. Because if you change that child support, I guarantee everything else would change. Many of these women want equal rights, but they don't want the equal penalties that go on. They want equal rights, but they don't want the equal repercussions that they must face, that men face. You know what I'm saying? That need to change. And men, stop having kids with the wrong female. Even though the laws ain't changed when it comes to this child support and gender bias, you change your own law in the head. Not to fall for this shit. Because this could be your daughter, this could be your son. And that's why I'm going to continue to expose these baby mama terrorists in this unjust system. Why they let her back in that lady's care, so-called mother's care, after only 6 months. Where the baby was beaten on the left side of her brain, have multiple surgeries. Why would you trust that? These judges ain't shit. DCFS ain't shit. This mama's a piece of shit. The stepdaddy, fake ass stepdaddy, a piece of shit. Even the daddy, the biological daddy's a piece of shit. He ain't no better. Because he couldn't even get his kid because he got his own record. But this bitch right here, they all failed her. But this bitch right here, she need to be hanged, or the lethal injection, or the electric chair, just like this motherfucking stepdaddy's gonna get. So I don't need to say nothing else no more because the proof is in the pudding. But I would give props to everybody that's actually calling this out. We all need to call out many other baby mama terrorists to do the shit they do and quit trying to pacify and case from these whores. We need to stop that. If we don't call them out, they're going to continue to do the bullshit they do because they realize that I can do all the bullshit I want. If I get caught, I play victim. I play victim of circumstances. And if y'all ain't going to change that, I'm going to bring awareness to it. But I hope this bitch fry. I can't wait to hear that she's locked up and she's getting charged with murder or accessory to murder. Well, I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Wait a minute. Like the page, dislike the page, comment. Tell me what y'all think. You think she shouldn't go to jail? You think she's a victim? You think I'm wrong or you think I'm right? Let me know. And I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support.
It's my baby mama, almost child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.